Good morning, Otters. So today is Wednesday, the 16th of December, and it is your last English lesson at home before we get back to school tomorrow. It is time to complete our hot task. So yesterday you planned your hot task using the sheet, and today you're going to be writing your very own Defeating the Monster tale. I would like you to try and finish these today because I would like you to bring them in tomorrow, because hopefully we'll get some time and we'll get to read and share some of your Defeating the Monster tales, because I would love to see your learning that you've been doing at home. It's really important, don't forget, that I want some beautiful handwriting, just like what you would normally do in your English book. It shouldn't look any different just because you're at home. All right, then you don't have to write the LO today if you don't want to. Have a think if you'd like a title for your story, and I'd start with that instead. Just before you start writing, I'm going to go through some things that I think you should include in your writing. It's completely up to you. It is a hot task, but these are the things that we've been learning, and some of these are non-negotiables. Right then, starting off with this, you've seen this several times now, and it's no different to what I would say in class. You all know how to use full stops and capital letters. Full stops go at the end of a sentence, and you'll need capital letters quite a bit in your story. You'll need them at the beginning of a sentence and for a name, which you already know, but you will also need capital letters at the beginning of your speech. Okay, so every time somebody talks, a new piece of speech will need a capital letter. Also, I'm not sure if you can remember, speech, whilst we're on the subject, needs opening and closing speech marks. If it's a new speaker, you need to start a new line, and there should be some ending punctuation. So before your closing speech marks, you will need some form of punctuation. Could be a comma or an exclamation mark or a question mark. I don't want very many saids in my story. We can definitely think of some good synonyms for said, such as exclaimed, whispered, muttered. As well as this, I've already mentioned it today, that handwriting, okay? It's really important you're trying to join as much as you can. So if it's a join we've not practiced in class, you don't need to join, but I would like to see everybody trying to join, trying their hardest. This should be our neatest work. I'm hoping to put some of these on display when you bring them in tomorrow. We should be organising our writing into paragraphs, and you've got your plan here, which literally tells you which paragraph is which. So this box would be one paragraph. You'd start with an indent, okay? Your next paragraph, your problem, would be a second paragraph, then a resolution and an ending. So at least 4 paragraphs. You could split this first one into 2, so an opening paragraph and a build-up paragraph. That is up to you, but all of your paragraphs must start with an indent, so it's really clear where your paragraph starts. Some other non-negotiables, okay, is we want some really exciting vocabulary. We don't want happy and sad, okay, we want devastated, we want overjoyed. Think of those really good words that we've been using in class that you might have written in your Magpie book for you to use. If you're stuck for your vocabulary, just like I would suggest in class, think about what you have that you can use to help you. Unfortunately, you don't have your English books at home to help you, but you have all of the English work that you've been doing this week. So all of our shared writing, and you have the model text, and you have the plan to have a look at if you need to. I'm going to be using my story map to help me a lot today, because I've remembered the story of the Cobbler of Krakow really well. And if I get a bit stuck on my paragraph of what to come next, I can remember, oh, in the story map it was pompously and rudely. Okay, so that's an double ly sentence. What could I have instead of pompously and rudely? And then it could help me move on. As well as this, so this is your general toolkit. As well as this, I'd like you to try and include these. Now, we've spoken about these every day, and hopefully you can remember things like 2-pair sentences and 3 ED sentences, I don't want loads of. 1 or 2 of them really well used is better than 10 chucked in anywhere that don't really make much sense. I'm just going to add a couple points here. I'm going to add those non-negotiables, so it's all on one screen. You can then pause the video on this screen, and as you're writing your hot task, it will be here to remind you. So we need to be joining our handwriting, capital letters and full stops, paragraphs, and in brackets I'm going to write with an indent. We want speech. What punctuation do we need with our speech? Hopefully you've remembered inverted commas and start with a capital letter. Capital letter. Alright, it does also have it up here. So up here was for speech. I'm going to say new line for a new speaker. This is nothing you don't already know. I'm just putting it all on one slide to help you remember. We are writing in the past tense. This story has already happened. Okay, and we're writing in third person. We're talking about other people. Okay, then I think that is all that you need to write your hot task. Okay, so what I would do now is, using this to help you, you can start writing. Please pause it on this slide so you've got all of this to help you. Take your time, and I would love for these to be finished to be brought into school tomorrow to share with the class. Good luck, guys. You know how to write stories, and I cannot wait to read them tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.